Greetings, fellow traders. Bubble here, and it's time for the daily market wrap for Tuesday, May the 5th, 2020. Cinco de Mayo, Revenge of the 5th. So anyway, let's take a look here. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we left off in the market here today. So quite an interesting day today, right? Earlier at lunchtime, we were above the monthly Bollinger Band, the mid Bollinger Band. Now we're back below it. Okay, so let's see how that kind of manifested here. Upper shadow from last week on the weekly chart, and kind of had a little bit of a push today. Pulled back at the end of the day when the Fed started talking again, or the Fed's guys started talking again today. So we are back. We're still below the upper trend line here on the SPX. Put in an upper shadow today with a red close, even though up 25 because of the gap. So we're still holding the ADMA. So let's see if we can get above those highs. If not, we may see a push down, retest the cloud over the next couple days. So that's something that we could be looking at there. Let's take a look at the SPY and see how the volume came in today. Okay, so this one actually, instead of a kind of a shooting star type pattern, turned as a red doji with even lower volume than yesterday. So just one of those choppy days here. We talked about that earlier, inside this gobbledygook congestion zone, right? So we're going to need to break out one way or another one of these days. So until then, just expect some chop, right? But we did see some interesting price action here, right? So we had a nice geometric line breakdown here towards the end of the day. They came right here while the Fed guy was talking, and then boom, got a nice move down through there. Just a beautiful move down. The market just kind of felt, didn't feel like it was trying to break out. I mean, it was moving up. There's no doubt about it. Just that decreasing volume all day, and then boom, the volume came in on that red candle. Just not signs of a very healthy market, right? But ended up getting back to that the 15 or below. Kind of dripping down a little bit here after market. Let's take a look at the S&P futures here. Okay, so S&P futures here, just kind of hanging out a little bit here. Big inside 15 at the end of the day, and then now just kind of drifting around after hours. Same with the MES. Again, it's still a beautiful breakdown out of those geometric levels here today. You just gotta love that stuff. So good stuff there on those. Let's take a look at the Qs. Okay, also broke down today, a little bit different, right? So a little different type of setup right here. It did clear this prior pivot level, so it's kind of hanging on to that right now, but an upper shadow off of the upper trend line, so that's something to be cautious of there. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple had a pretty decent day today. It actually increased volume. It tagged a high of 301 today, so it basically got to that 300 level, but the bears pushed it back down here. Once it hit that 301 level, they pushed it down with the rest of the market. Tesla. A little bit tricky today. Gave a couple pops intraday. This inside 15 right here that did work up to the 15 or below, and then kind of pulled back a little bit there. Inside day yesterday, which came up and kind of pulled back again on that one. So Tesla's kind of in the middle of these two trend lines right here. Let's see if it does put give us a bump and run to the downside. It may want to actually test the other side of that inside day as well. So in addition to that, so we got some earnings after hours here. Let's take a look at a few of them. So Disney obviously is going to be a big one here, heavily weighted on the Dow. Big upper shadow today going into earnings. And then quick push down. I think they had good revenue but bad earnings, so let's see how that holds. It could be choppy. It's usually a tough one to trade on the 15 orb. A couple of the gaming stocks are doing pretty well. ATVI actually had a pretty good earnings report, so that's popping up here after hours, and so is EA. They had good earnings, but I guess their guidance was bad, so that came down a little bit off of that one. So it's kind of interesting, right? But not surprised to see earnings to be okay with everybody at home playing games. I think PLNT reports here. That's pulling back after hours. I think we also have SPCE reporting. These are the ones we'll keep on the 15 orb too. Quick spike on that one. And then finally, I believe we've got BYND. So that's kind of going all around the place there. That's an interesting one, especially with the meat shortages that they're talking about. And then Shop has earnings going into tomorrow morning. So definitely keep an eye on that one tomorrow. So other than that, guys, great job today. It was a choppy day. There was a couple setups that we looked at. One of them was Lyft. That was a nice one. That we were looking at that bearishly yesterday, and so that was a good one. Just kind of pounce on today once that news came out and it broke down below this geometric level right here. I mean, actually, it was a kind of a larger type of triangle right here going into today. So that was one that we pointed out in the group. It's just the options were a little bit funky on that one, but nice move down on that one. So again, has been on the bearish radar for a couple days. So when something hits news that's been on your bearish radar, it's nice to be able to just kind of jump in there. So anyway, good stuff today, guys. So we'll catch you guys later at the on the free YouTube live stream at 9:30 Eastern time. So be sure to subscribe on YouTube and hit the notification button so you guys can know when we're live. And we'll see you guys then. I hope everybody has a great rest of your evening. Stay healthy out there. Remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.